We're tasting these completely double blind, which means we don't know what's in either glass. We do it this way so you get the most honest opinions possible, separate and apart from any bias. We're going to see if either one of these can get the coveted, no, it's on this side, thumbs up. Can they do it? Let's find out.
Welcome to Stuff and Whiskey. I'm Erin.
I'm Josh, and we just realized after that intro that this new merch here
is the size of a hand. Oh, wait.
Wait, which way does it go? This way? This way?
There you go.
Perfect.
It's like the perfect size of a hand.
Look at that. So yeah, if you want some new merch, all kinds of different shirts are in the video description below. But we're tasting blind today. These head-to-heads are always a ton of fun. They're drawn at random from our blind sample pool, full of a bunch of bourbon and rye matchups. This could be almost anything. Usually it's something available versus allocated, or two budget pours compared to each other, or two shelf pours compared to each other to see which one is the better buy. But we do have some curveballs in here to keep us on our toes. We have to, because we can't expect anything going into this. That's how we remove that bias so that you get the most honest opinions possible.
No expectations. The bar is set real low.
We're blank slates. My mind is completely empty, which is no different than when we're not tasting whiskey.
No different than every day.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and get into the nose on glass one. Oh, that's nice. That's super pleasant.
It smells like a funky used school book. Like a science book.
Specifically science?
That's seen some life. Maybe a math book.
What type of science? Now you're going math?
Biology, or
I was thinking chemistry.
Or an algebra book. But
So
it's
we're
like
going-
a school book.
so we're going high school.
It's seen some life. It's high school. It's been in some backpacks. It's been in some lockers. It's been through several students.
All right.
There's a little funk to it.
I like this. This smells generally fruit forward, bourbony sweetness. It smells really great to me. I mean, it's not blowing me away. It's not wowing me or anything, but I just find it to be incredibly pleasant and enjoyable.
Yeah. There's a funk, and I'm getting some brightness.
And the funk that I'm getting is a little bit of kind of I think it's the oak that I'm getting that's underneath the fruitiness, but the fruit I'm getting is I'm getting like a fruit cocktail.
Yeah, I can get some fruit. I'm getting definitely like the grape in a fruit cocktail mixture. It's kind of like the green grapes, but it's been in the fruit cocktail for so long that it's kind of like almost a white, clear green grape.
Yeah, got that syrup.
Yeah.
Yeah, smells great. It's good on the palate.
Whoa.
That's got more presence than I thought it would.
Yeah, it has less sweetness than I thought it would. There's some sweetness at the back end, but the front end comes up with, it's not spicy.
I would say that it is.
I feel like there's like
a pepper sensation.
A sensation of pepper, but I don't feel like it doesn't linger. It's gone.
Yeah.
Like it's gone.
Well, and that's a good point. The finish, at least on first sip, and you can never trust that first sip.
Yeah.
The finish on the first sip went pretty quick. You kind of get hit with this blast of tampered, fruity sweetness. That's not the right word either. Not tampered.
I'm getting tampered pepper spice up front, and then
I was trying to get to that.
The fruity sweetness is on the back end for me.
Well, I'm getting fruity sweetness throughout, but it's tempered. That's it, not tampered. It's tempered.
Tempered?
Fruity sweetness throughout, but you do get this kind of flash of peppery spice sensation on the mid palate.
And you're thinking black pepper?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Like that sensation, not the flavor, but then
the sensation of pepper without the taste of pepper.
And then it just kind of goes into this kind of, you call it like a popsicle stick, like a fruity popsicle stick type of thing.
Like
on the
wood
finish.
with a hint of fruit.
Yeah, let's get another sip.
Okay. More wood.
Did the spice just kind of go away for you on that second one? Yeah. Now we're just going straight fruity woodiness.
I got more oak, more wood, more popsicle stick, essentially.
Yeah.
It feels like I've just been at the pool, finished eating a red cherry popsicle, and now I'm just like licking the popsicle stick.
Yeah.
Or I'm reading the joke that's on the popsicle stick. You know those popsicle sticks that had like little jokes on them?
I don't remember those.
Or like riddles?
I don't remember those.
I don't know.
I mean, that was on Laffy Taffy, but
yeah, but they were like popsicles that had like something written on the stick. I don't know what kind of brand they were.
I don't remember that. We couldn't afford those. We can't afford extra printing on the popsicle stick.
I don't know.
Gee, way to show your privilege around here.
Sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I just find that generally enjoyable. Did you say something about the pool?
Yeah.
Like this is something I want.
I was at a pool and I just finished my red cherry popsicle.
This is what I want at the pool.
Oh, okay.
It's flavorful enough that it's not boring, but it's approachable enough that it's not going to blow me away on a hot day.
Yeah, it's not.
It's
It
pleasant.
doesn't seem super high proof as far as spice level. Like it's.
But it has flavor.
It has flavor. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it would be something you could drink on a warm day, and it wouldn't feel like too much.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a daytime. We've been trying to equate it whiskey pours to music to make it a little bit more relatable. This is like a not too hot summer day. You know, it's 80 degrees. The windows are down.
Early summer, late spring, maybe.
Knowing me, like this is, I'm probably listening. By the way, none of this is while you're drinking and driving. Don't do that. But
Yeah, don't drink and drive.
you know, this is the equivalent of the feeling I get if the windows are down and I'm just listening to like maybe like that Eric Clapton, B.B. King, Riding with the King album. Like nothing's groundbreaking on it, but it's really enjoyable.
Okay.
And I'm just enjoying the nice day,
Okay.
enjoying the nice pour.
What time of day? Mid-afternoon?
Oh yeah, it's like a Saturday afternoon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see what
Give me glass two.
where glass 2 takes us.
This smells almost exactly like glass 1.
Really? I wasn't getting that. I think this smells more like caramelly.
It has a little bit more depth, but all the notes are there.
Less fruity and more candy bar like without chocolate. Not like a chocolate candy bar, chocolate caramel candy bar without the chocolate.
Yeah, this is a little bit more poolside pour.
Uh-huh.
It has a little bit more depth.
This
a
is
little
more
bit more
like
richness.
a porch pour at sunset.
I could get with
You're
you there.
sitting on your porch when the sun's going down.
Pre-dinner, I don't want a bunch of proof. I just
Mm-hmm.
want something that's generally enjoyable, but it does have a little bit more, a little
Gravitas.
bit more weight to it.
Yeah.
I don't want to say.
Well, and
weight.
that's just on the nose. Let's taste it and see if the palate translates.
I'll also say chewy sweet tarts, not the blue one, but the other ones. The purple, the red, the green, chewy sweet tarts. I'm getting that on this.
I can see that. This is nice.
This tastes so similar to glass 1.
It does taste similar to glass 1. I did not get a peppery sensation like I did the first time I sipped glass 1. But
Can I stop you there and say that I didn't either? Which is why I think we need to take another sip of this because we needed a second sip of glass 1 before we could tell much.
okay. So I said glass 1 reminded me of sitting by the pool, eating a red popsicle, looking on the popsicle stick. This reminds me of being in the pool because I just got a little chlorine water up my nose.
You know, it's funny you should say that.
This is like a little chlorine-y, but not in a bad way. I don't know.
I get a little chlorininess on the nose on glass 1, not the palate, but glass 2 seems so similar to glass 1.
It does.
It does carry that more richness, darkness over from the nose to the palate.
Yeah.
But these are both pretty easy sipping, and I don't know if that's a benefit to glass 2. Like it seems like glass 2 might be the better of the two because it has a little bit more of the total spectrum of flavor. But
The finish on glass 2 is better than glass 1.
we'll find out. But glass 1 to me, with that little bit of pop that it has, kind of helps what seems to be a pretty low proof, easy sipper.
No, we won't find out. I am finding out. The
Okay.
finish on glass 2 is longer than glass 1.
Well, it'll be interesting when we take time, clear our palates, start with the second glass, go back to the first. When we do that, if the finish on glass 1 just falls off a cliff after starting with glass 2, then we'll know for sure that the finish is shorter.
I know for sure.
I'm not
Go with your gut.
convinced yet.
I am.
I'm way more analytical if you're new here. I like to take my time, do my due diligence. Erin is just gut level. I'm with it.
And who's right? Who's right more often?
You know what? We're going to take a break. We're going to clear our palate, start with the second glass, go back to the first. We'll be back. We'll let you know what our rankings are, our ratings are, which we prefer,
Yep.
and then we'll find out what we're drinking. I'm as confused as ever. Nothing new around here, but where are you at? We have not discussed this. I'm going to find out what she thinks along with you.
Okay. So the more I drank them, the similar they tasted.
Yep.
However, there's some sort of darkness that's anchoring glass 2 that's missing from glass 1.
Okay.
Glass 1 is a little brighter,
Agreed.
and that's coming off to me a little harsher on the palate. And there's a groundingness that glass 2 has that I like better.
Okay.
So I'm giving glass 2 thumbs up.
Okay.
I'm giving glass 1 just okay.
Okay. I don't disagree with anything you said. However, I think both of these are lower proof, easier sippers, and I don't find that harshness to be harsh. I find that harshness to be welcomed to give the pour a little bit more pizzazz than the easier drinking experience
Although
of glass
if it
2.
needs harshness to have pizzazz, is it really a good pour?
Well, I find them both to be very enjoyable. They feel like they're cut from the same cloth.
Okay.
They both, I find to be very enjoyable. I'd mentioned the Eric Clapton and B.B. King Riding with the King album on glass 1. And then the more time I spent with both of them, I'm like, oh, they're just 2 different tracks off of the same album. You know?
Yeah, they do. I feel like the more we tasted, the similar they tasted. So I had to stop. I was like, I need to stop.
maybe glass 2, maybe the guy on the bass, maybe he was slapping the bass just a little bit harder.
Oh, yeah?
Slapping the bass. Maybe he was doing that a little harder.
What was he doing?
Slapping the bass. On glass 2, a little bit harder, but not much. I mean, not much at all.
Enough to make a difference for me.
All right. Honestly, I don't know which one I prefer. You know, to me, this is...
Can you rate them?
I'll give them both a thumbs up. They earned it. Where's it at? Right here? Pow.
Okay.
Stuffandwhiskey.com for some new shirts. We're just excited about them. We don't usually push our merch this much. Only get it if you want to get it. But I like them both. I find them both enjoyable.
Yeah.
Just like I like driving on a nice Saturday afternoon or evening with, pre-sunset with B.B. King and Eric Clapton playing on the radio.
Well, let's find out how much these cost.
Honestly, if I had a preference, it's hard for me to say. I might lean towards glass 1. I will say that both of these strike me like, if I was paying $30 to $50 for these, I'm not mad. If I'm paying much more than $50, I'm going to have to reconsider my ratings. But for $30 to $50, I'm not too mad at them.
Well, be prepared.
Are they that much more?
Be prepared to not be mad.
Okay, so
Class 1 is $30.
All right. See what? Be
prepared to not be mad.
All right. You could have just confirmed.
No.
Or affirmed.
I was gonna know. Why would I do that?
You did a little switcheroo.
I wanted to keep you on your toes.
Okay.
$30.
That checks out. I like that. Thumbs up.
I'm not disappointed for what this is at $30. However, that doesn't change the fact that I don't like it as much as glass 2.
I might like it more than glass 2. Honestly.
I'm staying just okay.
That harshness that you're getting, I think, adds interest, and I like it.
Yeah, but I feel like you should be able to be interesting without being harsh.
But I don't.
In whiskey and in people.
Agreed, in people for sure, but in whiskey, it's so low proof and so easy sipping that I find that to just add a little interest.
Be better. Don't be harsh.
No, I think it is better.
I think it's just harsh. I think it's just harsh.
Glass number 2, price?
$45. Not mad at that either.
I'm not mad at that. Yeah, like I said, 30 to $50.
I feel like that is a well-crafted pour for $45. There's like the fruitiness that glass 1 has with some darkness that is anchoring and kind of calms down the rowdiness from glass 1, in my opinion.
Calms down the what?
The rowdiness from glass 1.
You said the runniness.
Like, got the runs.
Glass 1's got some IBS situation going on over here.
No.
Good grief. All right. No, I like both these. I think, by the way, if either of these are allocated or available, or if either of these are allocated and the other one is available, literally just get the one that's more available because you're splitting hairs.
They're different.
They're very similar, though.
I had a different experience. They taste similar, but I had a very different experience from one glass to the next.
I had a ever so slightly different experience between one to the next. I'm so glad I thought of this before you did the reveal. I was going to say, if I had a pour of glass 1 or a glass 2 and I was in a social setting where I'm conversing, why did I say it that way?
Heck if I know.
When I'm conversing with other people.
Or conversing.
When I'm conversing with other people.
Are you wearing your Converse?
And I'm wearing those and I'm having a good time and I order glass 2 from the bar and we're talking and cutting up and then I go back and I order a pour of glass 2, but they pour me glass 1, I wouldn't even notice because I would be in the social situation.
That's true.
And it would literally disappear. They're that close to me. You trying to debunk me right now? I know you. They're close. If you and I were just talking and hanging out and I poured you glass 2 and then I poured you glass 1 right after it,
close.
You wouldn't be like, what's going on?
This one definitely there's a darkness that's missing. That right. I feel like I like having some sort of anchor.
I agree, but there's things that in this glass that are missing from this glass.
Okay, yeah, they're close. I mean, I'm not gonna disagree with you.
We've established.
I think they're close.
Glass 1, you're just okay. I'm thumbs up.
Yep.
Glass 1 is.
Make sure I'm looking at the right number. Buffalo Trace.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, okay.
And historically, I feel like you don't like Buffalo Trace.
It's fine.
You really liked this one.
Well, I think Buffalo Trace is generally enjoyable. If Buffalo Trace were a song, it would be a song that you would play when you're driving around on a Saturday afternoon with the windows down.
Like Eric Clapton and...
Yeah, Riding with the King. Okay. That's spot on. We're spot on there. It did perform a little better today than I thought. The brighter notes makes it. What's glass 2?
Elmer T Lee.
Oh, okay. So
and these are both 90 proof, which that's surprising to me. I thought they were like 100 proof, but I'm also not shocked that 90 proof.
Did we get this sample of Elmer T Lee from somebody?
Nope, doesn't say.
Oh wow, this has been in our pool for a while. The last time we had a bottle of Elmer T Lee.
Well, these numbers are 11 and 12.
Was a long time ago. That doesn't matter. Things were shuffled.
Okay.
The Elmer T Lee is a single barrel, so everyone's gonna be a little different.
Okay. Good to know. I didn't know that.
I thought this might be a sample from somebody because our bottle of Elmer T Lee that we finished a while back was kind of garbage, to be quite honest with you.
This must have been it.
This strikes me better than that.
But you didn't say it was a sample given to us. It must have been
ours.
Yeah,
I might have missed that in the key.
Oh.
But the point of this matchup, interestingly enough, is that Buffalo Trace is a 90 proof Buffalo Trace Distillery mash bill number 1 product, and Elmer T Lee is a Buffalo Trace mash bill number 2.
Interesting.
Higher rye, still low rye content in the bourbon. $45.
Are they similar ages? Do we know?
Buffalo Trace is kind of rumored to be like 7 to 9 years, and probably the same for Elmer T Lee. It's a single barrel.
I wonder what was giving the Elmer T Lee the darkness.
I think it's just this particular single barrel. Because
okay.
That's why I think it's a sample, because the one we had was kind of funky and not all that great.
Interesting. Okay.
Now here's the thing: Buffalo Trace, realistically, is in our market $26.99, but I put $30 in the pool because $26.99, $27 is very niche.
Yeah.
Yeah. Elmer T Lee is a bottle that people pay $200 to $300 for.
Oh.
It is not worth that.
Oh gosh.
It's not worth $100. It's not worth.
It's worth the retail price.
Yeah.
I would be not upset about that retail.
Here's what I think. I think what this video shows, and I'm so glad I put this matchup in here however long ago, because in my mind, I'm the matchmaker here, and when I was putting this matchup together, I thought, they're both 90 proof. They're both from the same distillery. There's just a mash bill, single barrel difference. Like, honestly, I think they would. I've never done this comparison.
I mean, you did say if someone switched them, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
Yeah. And so, Buffalo Trace, I mean, get a Buffalo Trace single barrel for $30 or $35. If you get those in your market, I've had Buffalo Trace single barrels that are better than both of these.
Yeah.
For $30 or $35. This for $30, maybe marked up to 35 or 40 in your market if it's hard to get.
Are Elmer T Lee's always hard to find?
Very hard to find. Incredibly hard to find.
What about in control states?
Very hard to find.
Oh, okay.
Always very, very hard to find. They just don't make many of them.
Oh. Which,
honestly, if you're paying up, that's really what you're paying for, the rarity.
Okay. But
we've had a few of these, and it's really a crapshoot. You know, some have been great. This is probably the best one we've ever had. Some have been kind of funky. Some have been kind of middling. You know, that's the range we're working in here. And that type of range, to go from barely indistinguishable to moderately distinguishable from Buffalo Trace for two people who have tried probably over 1,000 whiskeys at this point.
That's a lot.
We probably have. I mean, we got a long back. Check the back catalog. We got a lot.
And what's funny is I don't remember any of them.
Because you don't catalog whiskey information.
I just do it.
Yeah.
I just hang out with you.
You just hang out.
And we just have fun.
That's what we do. We're about good people and good whiskey here.
We just hang out and have fun.
Yeah.
And he remembers all the things I like.
Yeah. I get to be a nerd for myself, and I get to remember what she likes.
Yeah.
But Elmer T Lee, traditionally, not something that's blown either of us away. Definitely would not recommend anybody pay over.
I wouldn't recommend paying over retail for it unless you know you like it. But with it being a single barrel, it's hard to know.
Or you just really want that bottle and you need to pay up for it to get it. And in which case, if you got it like that, then go get it.
Yeah.
I'll say that now, having tasted probably a handful of different Elmer T Lee bottles over the years, I'm only paying $45, $50 and no more for one. Period. It's just not
interesting.
I'm not rolling the dice on it. It'd be cool to have one around, just to honestly to do this blind with people who come over, because that would be fun to see.
Yeah.
I mean, our last bottle of Elmer T Lee we got, I blinded it out against like Russell's Reserve 10-year and Eagle Rare and, you know, so many other things that cost so much less money. And I don't think it ever beat any of those. But it was kind of funky. It wasn't very good.
Yeah, it was a funky bottle.
Yeah. But
oh well.
Very interesting head-to-head. Hopefully you found something in here interesting. If you like what we said about good people and good whiskey, make sure you go down to the video description and check out our Patreon community. Best dang whiskey community on the planet.
Absolutely.
You know, even in our solar system, really. I mean, I'm pretty sure I can say that confidently.
In the universe, yeah.
In the entire universe and the multiverse, too. So.
And in the Upside Down.
Yeah. I mean, we're worldwide and in other places as well. So you can get in over there in the free tier. Any barrel picks we have that don't sell through for our paid tiers will go to the free tier. So it's worth signing up in the free tier at the very minimum. Costs you literally free 99.
Free
it's
99.
Right there in the title. And then the $3 tier gets you involved in our Discord where people can help each other out, trade samples, find bottles, all that good kind of stuff. And then higher tiers give you access to our barrel picks, virtual tastings,
pop-up live streams,
all the tiers,
private live streams.
All the tiers have access to our pop-up live streams and our private live streams that we do all the time over there. Tons of good stuff going on over there. And again, if you like this shirt, you like the old thumbs up, go ahead and check out stuffandwhiskey.com.
If you want.
We got that down there. Tons of new shirt designs. I think a dozen or more. And while you're got your mind on thumbs up, go ahead and give us the old thumbs up down there.
It does help us out, and we really do appreciate it, and it costs you nothing.
And subscribe, because this is the content we do. If you like blind tastings, if you hate blind tastings, if you just hate unbiased, honest, completely, you know, non-influence reviews, then you should definitely not subscribe to our channel.
Okay, Josh.
But if you like those sorts of things, then I would recommend just hitting the subscribe button. And then we show up. We're here doing 2 of these a week for you. 1 head-to-head, 1 single sample. And we usually have a topical video as well. So
3 times a week.
Yeah.
You get to see our beautiful faces.
But 2 times a week do blind tastings.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay, that's quite presumptuous. I mean, I'm not going to say that for myself. She can say that. She's got that.
Come on. They know I'm kidding.
She's got that. She's got it.
I'm sarcastic. If you know, you know.
Right.
I'm just sarcastic.
But yeah, that's it. Oh, hit the bell. Join us for a live stream.
Yeah.
We do those once
once a month.
Here on YouTube.
Once a month on YouTube. And the date does fluctuate.
Yeah.
So if you hit the bell icon, you'll be notified when we're doing our live stream, which will help you. And that's it, right? You said all the things?
Don't overpay for Elmer T Lee unless you just really want a bottle on your shelf and you need it and you're tired of hunting.
Okay. That's it.
Yeah.
Be good to each other, guys. And until next time, cheers.
Cheers.